Oh, hi everyone. There we go. I didn't know we were live. We're having a little bit. It's going to be weird because you're going to notice that on the screen. Well, now we just went full screen, but we are missing one member. But don't worry. Give me a second. We will catch you up on all that. First, with the voting is in. Tomorrow we're going to go at noon, right, Mr. Narwhal? We'll go tomorrow at noon, so the voting will be open after this, and then tomorrow at noon we will let you know who's made it to the Sweet 16 of our Music Madness. Welcome to June, everyone. We are now, 10 days until June 15th, 10 school days, and we'll be done. And then you just heard me ask Mr. Narwhal, so let me, before we get our guests in here to reveal the winners and all that kind of stuff, all right, say hi to Mr. Narwhal here. So I don't know why he's on mute. I don't know if he muted himself or if I muted.
Oh, I'm still here.
There you go. He's still there. So say hi to Mr. Narwhal.
Technical difficulties.
There you go. So we're having a few technical difficulties, but he will be joining us like this. So, and hopefully I remember to keep my hand up enough so you can see him. But so we had, I'll be honest with you, Mr. Narwhal, since you're still able to communicate with us, quite a few surprises.
Let me tell you, quite a few surprises here. Can't really understand what the musical, what these kids see as musical, geniuses are, but it's just quite confusing to me. I'm not sure what happened.
And it also, I wasn't sure if it was that or mainly in the pop section. If the pop section was me just not knowing what the hell I was talking about, because you're going to see there's a few low seeds there. So.
Yeah. Let me tell you, Mr. Millard has no clue about pop.
Yeah, which I'm all right with. Luckily, I was pretty strong with the oldies. I actually was surprisingly good with the country. Scared me.
Yeah.
But with all that being said, let's get our guests in here and let's start reviewing who's going to go to the second round here. Then we can do our voting tonight, and at noon tomorrow, we'll find out who our Sweet 16 are. First, let's say hi to, and who will be doing our pop section of our bracket. Say hello to Frau DeMarco. Hey, Frau.
Hi, guys.
There we go. She'll be doing our pop section. So then down to the country section of our bracket, we will be hearing from Mrs. Schmidt. Hi, Miss Schmidt. Where is she? Uh-oh. Shoo!
Hi, I'm here.
Yeah, it took a second. I thought we were having some more technical difficulties. So, we good there? We're all set. Our hip hop section. All right, we had our resident expert, Toscano, last time reviewing all the seeds. Today we have somebody who's damn close to being just as good an expert, and that's Mr. DiMartino coming in for our hip hop section.
What up, Little Shoes in the house?
There he is. Yes, actually, I don't know if Mr. Narwhal can do this, but Ryan has asked to take Narwhal's spot and send him out. So, but last but not least, and yes, Ryan is begging, please no McGrath. We have up for the oldie section, Mrs. Martino. Hi, Mrs. Martino. Uh-oh. There she is.
There I am. Hi.
Hi. All right. Before we get into anything else, I'll remind everybody that we'll be back at noon. Maybe we'll see Mr. Narwhal better than just this. All right. But, he's not even there anymore. You can just, he's here. But we will get going here. And Frau DeMarco, why don't you take it away here with the pop section?
All right. So the pop people, I know them, but I don't necessarily listen to them. So can't say my heart's broken on any of these, unlike the horror movies where everyone kind of let me down on the horror movies. The first, we had Billie Eilish and Sia. I think the two of them are pretty close because they're pretty relevant right now, but Billie Eilish won out on that one. All right, and then we have Selena Gomez and Imagine Dragons, also some good options. In that case, Imagine Dragons beat out Selena. All right, and then we have Ed Sheeran and Sam Smith. Also, I mean, they write similar music. It's all about like love and heartbreak and whatnot. But in this case, Ed Sheeran won out. All right, we got our two powerhouse women. We got Lady Gaga and Katy Perry. This one, I feel like maybe, I don't know if it was close or not, but I'm pretty happy Lady Gaga came out on top.
You know,
Not
if
a
that
fan
was
of
close,
Katy Perry.
Mr. Narwhal, do you know if that was close? It was close, Frau. Very close.
Okay. Yeah, I could picture those two being a tight race. All right, and then we got Justin Bieber and Bruno Mars. Shockingly, I'm actually a little surprised based off of talking to especially my senior students. We have Bruno Mars winning out over top of Justin Bieber.
Nice.
That would surprise me a little bit.
Oh, Beaver Fever is not in Palmyra at all.
Listen, some of my senior girls, we had a whole conversation about his Christmas album. They said how great it was, so I'm surprised. All right, Ariana Grande and Justin Timberlake. Also two really great options, but we have a powerhouse woman, then we got Justin Timberlake, he's been around forever. This one also was a little surprising to me because I was a little surprised at the winner, but it's Justin Timberlake takes it.
Yes.
Yeah, JT.
Some fans.
I'm surprised that it wasn't Ariana. I think it's Ariana.
Oh,
Demi Lovato and 21 Pilots. I mean, no hard feelings either way here, but we have 21 Pilots one out here. And the next two, I got to be honest, don't really listen to either of them, but I think a lot of the girls would probably be happy with this outcome because Harry pulls out the win here.
there you go.
Jerry
Yeah. We got
style.
Mr.
Must be that
Narwhal.
watermelon sugar, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
So, all right, and like I said, you can see there's a few surprises there with the seeds as far as an 11, 14, a 10, all sorts of stuff like that going on. But we'll see how it plays out as we move forward because the 1 and the 2 are still there. So, obviously, still some good seeding by someone like me. So, we'll have to see. We'll come back to you, Frau, in a little bit. We'll see what you think who's going to win that. But let's keep getting the
All
winner
right.
there first so we can see. Round 2.
I think we should hold the Luke Bryan contest till the end.
Yeah, not the country. Okay.
Is she watching?
All right, so for country, I have to say personally, I agree with all of the winners except for one. I'm very upset over. Number one between Luke Bryan and Chase Rice. I know one person for sure will be thrilled, and I guess other people that voted as well. Luke Bryan took it for the win.
There we go.
Sam Hunt and Zach Brown Band. Everyone's feeling their chicken fried, so Zach Brown Band won. Rascal Flatts and Brett Young. The winner was Rascal Flatts. Brett Young and Tim McGraw. The winner is Tim McGraw. Kane Brown and Florida Georgia Line. Winner is Florida Georgia Line. Luke Combs. Oh, wait, no, sorry, my bad. It's, Luke Combs and Lee Bryce. We have Luke Combs. Thomas Rhett and Kenny Chesney. I'm upset over this one. Thomas Rhett won. I love me some Kenny Chesney. This is heartbreaking to me.
You were upset over
that one.
Yeah.
And then Jason Aldean and Dirk Bentley, rightfully so. Jason Aldean.
I do see too that we have over on the side here too. I guess you can't put them up today, Mr. Narwhal, but there was. Oh, there we go. That's the one I was looking for. It's come.
It's McGrath.
Yeah, she's not even in the
Letting
comments.
her man down.
Yeah, she's not only not a guest today, but she's not even in the live comments. I don't know. Maybe she's listening to our Luke Bryan songs too loud and forgot what time it was. So I don't know. But all right, thank you. We're going to come back to see what you guys think as far as winners and all. But we're going to get the second round revealed first, and so we're going to hit the hip hop with Mr. DiMartino.
All right. Let's do this. So the matchup: Juice WRLD versus Lil Mosey. Juice WRLD took the W. All right. Next one was Nicki Minaj and Drake. And Drake sliding into the second round there. Next, we had Eminem and Meek Mill. And, of course, Eminem gets the win there. All right.
You better.
Yeah. All
Absolutely.
right, the real Slim Shady. Cinderella Man. All right. Then we had Kanye West and Lil Uzi Vert. We had an upset here. Lil Uzi Vert getting the win over Kanye.
That would actually be known as Lil Uzi Fart, according to our expert.
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fart.
Yeah. I'm no Toscano there, so
Yeah.
gotta get him to correct me on that one.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we have my boy Travis Scott, for obvious reasons. He beat out Kendrick Lamar. You know, with a name like Travis, he's a straight champ. We know that. I mean, people get us confused all the time, so it makes sense. All right. Next, we had Jay-Z and Roddy Ricch. Jay-Z got the win there. Then we had Cardi B versus J. Cole. And Cardi B moving on to the next round. And then finally, Lil Wayne against Lil Skies, not Lil Shoes. Lil Wayne takes home the win.
I don't know. I think Little Shoes would beat out everyone on this list. My opinion.
That's why it's my new rap name.
Yeah.
I'll have to be honest. I assume this must be a pretty powerhouse second round in this section because it's actually so much of the name. So it's like
Those are some interesting matchups.
I actually know who some of them are. So yeah. All right. Thank you, Mr. DiMartino. We'll be back. Don't worry. We're going to get some predictions from everybody, but let's get down to the oldies. And Mrs. Martino, why don't you give us the winners there?
Hi, guys. Before I announce, if you are in the freshman or sophomore class, make sure you see your ballots for your class officers before the end of this week and vote for your class officers. You have 2 contested elections. You have for the ingoing sophomore class president election is Alex Lindemuth versus Will Weaver. And I think it's treasurer for the ingoing juniors or secretary is Cassia King versus Emma Maniscalco. Make sure you guys vote before the end of the week. All right. Sorry. Had to insert my announcement there. So can you put okay, there we go. So for the bracket, back to the bracket. I don't think I'm like, there's not maybe one I'm surprised about, but there's definitely some people I'm sad to see go. Number 1, the Beatles versus Bob Marley. The Beatles win. I love Bob Marley. I'm very sad that he's out of it. The next matchup, the Police versus Fleetwood Mac. This, to me, is the saddest one. I'm a big Fleetwood Mac fan. The Police win.
It's a tough one.
Fan of that one.
Yeah, it's tough. I like Fleetwood Mac as well.
Yeah.
Next is my all-time favorite band of all time, the Rolling Stones versus Neil Young. Rolling Stones had to take it, and they did. And then Elvis Presley versus Stevie Wonder. Huge Stevie Wonder fan. Huge Elvis fan. This was a tough match for me to pick. Elvis won.
Yeah, the king.
Mm-hmm. He's the king.
I said you know bottle.
Tough matchup. Rolling Stones versus Elvis Presley. Stones, please vote the Stones. Mr. Donnelly, why isn't he in the comments? Metallica versus Beach Boys. Dun, dun, dun. The Beach Boys
What a weird grouping.
Wow.
Metallica and the Beach Boys.
Wow.
Look at it
Finally.
there.
Sorry.
That's not even a proper matchup.
No.
Strange.
Then we have Billy Joel versus Eric Clapton.
Mhm.
I love Eric Clapton. Sad to see him go. I love Billy Joel more.
Yeah, Billy
Yeah,
Joel.
really.
Good choice.
And then another tough matchup for me. Elton John versus Prince. Huge fan of both of them. Elton John kicked Prince to the curb.
Nice.
Nice.
And then The Who versus The Temptations. I couldn't be happier to see The Who go away.
Wow.
Oh,
When I was like 12 years old, I shared a bedroom with my sister, and she used to play The Who until like midnight, really
Oh.
loud in the stereo, and I couldn't go to sleep. Temptations. Yes. Bye bye, Who.
Wow. So a little,
I'm
little
bitter.
dislike for the Who, huh?
I
So,
dislike The Who.
and we had definitely some upsets. And I do like the Temptations, but I like the Who better. So I was a little disappointed. But we have, some good second round matchups. So I was going to let Mr. Narwhal say a few things about who he thought he would think was going to win and all, but he hung up in the middle. So I guess typing and being on the phone was a little too much. So, multitasking isn't always that easy for Mr. Narwhal. It's easy to bust on him too right now because I know he can hear me, but he can't say anything back. So who do we think's going to win?
Let's see. It's hard. I don't know.
yeah.
Billie Eilish or Imagine Dragons. Billie Eilish, I feel like, is like coming out with more current music. Like right now, she's coming out with more stuff, I think, than Imagine Dragons. But
Yeah.
I think it might be Imagine Dragons.
Yeah. I can't understand a word that girl says in her songs. I'm sorry. She like mumbles.
Like Travis.
Sorry if I sounded like 100 years old there, but
You always do. Ed Sheeran, Lady Gaga. I mean, I'm gonna pull for my girl Gaga. I kind of
Me
hope
too.
she's out here. So
I
I
like
know
them both,
against
but-
Ed Sheeran, but I mean, I prefer Lady Gaga. Bruno Mars and Justin Timberlake. I think
I go with JT.
I don't know, Ryan. I think I'm gonna go. My like middle school boy band heart is gonna go for Justin Timberlake.
Yes.
And let's see, 21 Pilots and Harry Styles. I think when you do with the students voting, I think Harry Styles might win out on this one, but I think I would vote for 21 Pilots.
Me too.
Me too.
A lot of teachers vote, right?
Yeah, I think so. I like how I answered that. Like I know the answer to that question.
I vote.
I vote.
Say a lot though. I have
I
no
heard
idea who that whole 21 Pilots is, so I'm not sure. I listen. That old section is what I listen to. So, but
Oh, Mr. Narwhal's he's being incendiary in the comments.
yeah,
you go.
I get caught up on these.
yeah, Mr. Narwhal. Yeah, this is the thing. He has all this power, So he mute mics and everything. But so, you guys, this one's close. It looks like there's, should be fun with the voting. How about country? What are we looking at with the country here? What do you got as our experts here?
I don't know. They're all. I like pretty much everyone. Like I said, other than the Thomas Rhett one, I'm happy. It's going to be a close call.
Yeah, those are some good matchups.
I enjoy Zach Brown Band a lot. So as much as I love Luke, I don't know. I don't even know how I'm going to vote when the show's over because it's a tough call here. I think almost everyone there has an equal chance, kind of. So I think it's going to be a surprise in the next announcement.
Okay. Well, this is what we were hoping for too, is that nobody really knows.
Yeah.
Mr. Narwhal did say that there were 145 total voters this round. So that's good. Keep that up.
That's good.
Yeah.
Good job,
Nice.
guys.
That's really good. So you guys, the rest of you think it's a pretty open, any favorites there for any of you there country wise?
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Country.
kind of the same on the Luke Bryan, Zach Brown Band one. Like, I really
Me
like
too.
Zach Brown Band.
I like Zach Brown Band.
Same here.
Man, it's about that Miss McGrath may just
Miss
Maybe
McGrath
Mr.
going to unfriend all of us.
Maybe Miss
Ryan
McGrath could host the next round.
well, if that happens, yeah. we'll have to have a comeback of a guest. Which so
Oh, your fans are gonna boo.
yeah. What about the hip hop? What do we got here?
I have no clue.
Save your experts.
Yeah.
Well, it's Travis Scott all the way. Doesn't matter about the rest of them, obviously.
I like Eminem.
Hey, I
But,
would.
yeah, I mean, I like Eminem.
Eminem.
Yeah,
I don't know. I want to see that Eminem Travis Scott matchup.
that would be.
I always
going.
ask Rhino. He says Uzi.
Yeah,
That's what other kids are saying.
sport there. I didn't even know when they told me Juice WRLD. I didn't know what I thought. You know,
Yeah.
we should go get a health shake or something, man. I don't know what the hell was going on.
The old head rappers. Listen, Eminem is great.
Yeah.
Ryan, they
Even
should have
now.
asked you to fill that list out.
So since we're not the best of experts, and we'll leave that to our comments there for Ryan and Kiana and all them. What about the oldies? Because what do we see there?
Definitely the Beatles.
Definitely.
I'm pulling for the Stones. I don't know if people will vote for Presley just because he's the king.
I'm going for Elvis there.
Mm,
I'm not a huge fan of the Stones.
I love the Stones.
I'm with you, Mr. Martino.
Billy Joel.
Oh, I love Billy.
I love
Beach
Billy
Boys.
Joel.
And then I think Elton John probably over the Temptations.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
It's
That's
tough.
gonna be another close bracket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The tough part about this too is, and I know whenever we reveal the first round, we always get people saying who we left off. And Mr. Narwhal and I mean, even like since we're on the oldies, we had 75 like artists.
Voices.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's like I did, you know. So
Maybe we should do an oldies bracket.
I was
yeah,
gonna say you could do that.
Well,
Yeah.
if we're doing an oldies, we need to add in the old school rappers so that Ryan can listen to some of this old head rapper music.
Yes.
That is great. Like Mrs. Bonner said, Biggie. God, you
Oh,
have Biggie and Tupac against
Balls.
each other? Man.
Yeah.
She's-
Mrs. Bonner, she's turning into McGrath.
Mrs. Bonner, I think we should just come up with a good list of oldie like rappers and send it to Ryan and make him listen to it. We'll come up with a list.
Oh, I like that, Chloe. There you go. Yes, oldies. I hope that's true because I would love to do a whole bracket of them. I didn't think.
Yeah, 90s rap.
yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
And
That would
but
be fun.
but leave out the winner, whoever wins this time around, because
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I see what you're saying. Well, hopefully in September we won't have a need for this. You know, yeah, so because we'll all be actually in the building, but we'll see. But yeah, and any other last thoughts or anything on any, you know, the winners or anything like that from our guests today? Yeah.
But you got to get old people on here,
yes,
according to Ryan.
Canceled.
Yeah.
canceled.
We're
He
canceled.
is again. He's got the power because he's not on right now. So what do you guys? And actually, Mrs. Martina, do you want to remind everybody about the voting there?
Just for the freshmen, this year's freshman and this year's sophomore, make sure you vote in your English classes. If you're on student council, make sure, if you haven't already, vote in the executive elections that went out into your Remind. We'll be announcing the winners of the student council executive elections later today.
Good luck to everybody who's running. So get out there and vote. Make sure you're doing what Mrs. Martina is asking you to do. So, well, thank you to Marco. All right, Mr. Schmidt, Mr. DiMartino.
Thanks for having me.
It was fun.
Yeah, thanks for
Bye,
having me
guys.
on again.
Well, I don't know. And I also, maybe we'll put up a poll. We'll put up the voting and also a poll where it's more fun without Mr. Narwhal's face on the screen. And I was eliminated. So, all right. Well, thank you all. Everybody have a good day. Welcome to June. All right. And we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
All right, bye guys.